Hello everyone, I'm with Nancy May. If this goes longer than 60 seconds, you can watch the rest of it on TikTok, because that allows 10 minutes. But I just wanted to show her, well, she's never done TikTok. So I was telling, I said we'll film it vertical, and it could be a TikTok, it could be an Instagram reel. And oh look, there's lots of people hanging out here, outside Podfest. And I just saw her give a talk today, and it was about, well, do you want to quickly say, I guess you were used to be a boardroom coach.
Boardroom coach, and coach to those wanting to get on their first public company board, the senior level executives, and doing a pivot to how do we take care of our parents so that we don't end up emotionally broken, financially destitute ourselves.
Yes, and I'm already there, and I'm not even taking care of my parents, so wouldn't want to compound that.
Started at age 5, right?
Yes, actually, I was asking my dad the other day. I'm like, remember we went to a therapist? Because I think I was always late for school. He took me to a therapist to see like what was the issue. And
Oh, that was Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob was the issue?
No, whatever.
Oh yeah, no, there's some.
Uncle Bob was the therapist.
Oh yes, it might have been. Yeah, that's true. Now that I think about it,
Probably a weird therapist too.
he was
They're
a
all
weird.
weird.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I was just thinking recently, I was like, why didn't the therapist like give me some tools to be like, here, you're late for school, but here's what you're gonna do. Because I've been going to bed too late every night since then, up until last night, which is why I'm so tired. And my dad told me just a couple days ago.
Your therapist was a failure then.
Well, he said, the therapist just said, well, you know what, Josh is just good at manipulating people. He's very smart, so he manipulates you to get what he wants. And my dad's like, oh, all right, I
The
guess we'll
therapist
just...
says, tell me more about that.
Well, that's what the therapist told my dad. He said, your son's a manipulator. And my dad's like, okay, that's it, I guess. And that was it. I'm like, what? I wasn't manipulating you. There's nothing I want.
Manipulated you for your check. That was it. It was cash.
I wanted...
Not the solution.
No, I didn't want money.
No, they did.
They wanted money.
They wanted money.
Well, if they wanted money, they should have had me keep going and get
Right?
more therapy, not just send me on my way. And I've chased away everything I've wanted, so it's not that I've manipulated. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about here.
It's
Well,
another
or
session.
although maybe it is. But yeah, I mean, it's so yeah. If people have aging parents, and it's a hot topic for me. I just emailed a woman that I met 20 years ago in Orlando, and she had asked me to come down and like date her and stuff. And at the time I was like, oh, you're a Republican, you drive a BMW. I can't do that, I'm an environmentalist. But now I'm like, yeah, Republican, great. You have a fancy car, you're rich. But she's married, but she just told me her dad just passed away. And then I was talking to another friend who I knew online 20 years ago, and she lives nearby and was going to visit me last night. And her father has cancer, so she's a doctor, and she's just retired at 50 to take care of her dad, lives in a retirement home, he's 85. So yeah, it seems like everybody I know is going through this right now.
Got parents. At some point, they're going to need help.
Yeah, yeah, well, I keep telling myself, no, like, when is science going to just cure aging, and then we don't have to deal with this? But
Cryogenics.
yeah.
The problem is that you stop breathing at that one. That's not good.
I know, it feels like a Minority Report movie situation. Here's all the frozen people, and I'm like, that doesn't
Yeah, and I don't want
seem...
somebody to freeze my head, and then what happens with the rest of my body?
Well, I feel like the head thing you do, if you save money on the head, but if you've got enough money, you can freeze your whole self.
Well, what happens if my body's better than my head?
If your body is better than your head,
Like, if your body looks better than your head, you should save the body, not the head, right?
I guess, and then just make a new head and sew it on.
Why somebody else's head?
I feel like everything's very... Yeah, I could use a new head, actually.
It's fine.
Thank you. But I was reading recently that your brain is more connected. Like, I think it was a picture of the eyeballs, and how the eyeballs are actually part of your brain. Like, people don't realize it's not just eyeballs sitting there. It's
Eyeballs
like...
take a lot of energy out of your body.
Yeah, no
Huge
doubt.
amount of energy.
Well, it's a pretty complicated thing, seeing. And I just had to get these glasses recently. I had LASIK surgery 20 years ago, and they didn't tell you, oh, your eyes will go crappy again. I'm like, what? I wouldn't have done that.
How many layers can they take off?
Well, that's the thing. I went back, and I'm like, I can't see. And they're like, oh, you don't have any cornea left. You can't do it again. I'm like, what?
That was the old version. Now we can do it better.
Probably, yeah. And thanks for, so I should have waited 20 years. Anyways, I'm trying to be at Podfest to not be depressed.
No, we'll make it look better.
What?
Make it look better at podcast.
Will make me look better?
Yeah, because you're behind a mic. Well, if you were behind a video, so that's not going to work.
Yeah. I could have looked less depressed if it was just audio. Could have been smiling and...
Don't worry, be happy.
Yes, I keep wanting to be the don't worry, be happy guy, but it's very not my natural state. But you seem very positive and everything, and
Right.
you've got a husband, so at least you've got somebody to talk to.
when he wants to listen.
Yeah. So I guess maybe it's good that I don't have a wife because I can't be ignored by her. I don't know. I should have got married. That's another regret. We were just talking a minute ago
No.
about regrets, and you were like, forget regrets, right?
Yeah, forget regrets.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
All right, I'll stop regretting. So I was just saying I regret spending an hour trying to make a business card.
I regret not
Yep.
regretting regrets.
Yeah, I
Maybe I
regret.
regret regretting because
There's something like that because every couple of
I'm
minutes
lost.
I feel okay for a minute. I'm like, oh, I'm happy, and I'm like, wait, I think I'm
that
supposed
was
to.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I gotta start all over.
But then I remember, I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to be worrying about something, and I have to remember what is I'm worrying. Oh, right, I'm mad about whatever. So it's almost like that's a weird thing, right? To be
Yeah.
like, why I'm not allowing myself to be happy, huh? But you wearing sparkly shoes.
I am
so,
wearing
so,
sparkly
so that would make me happy. And you got a sparkly
Sparkly
bangled
shoes,
belt and everything.
Yeah, got a lot of sparkle.
That's good.
Sparkle's good and Sparkle's happy.
Is this your first time at the Podfest?
No, this is my second time. I was here at Tampa in November at the Amalie Arena.
Oh, there was another. I didn't know that.
I didn't even know that there was a podcast conference. This was my second one.
This was like Podfest they did recently in person?
In Tampa.
I didn't know
In
that.
November. It was like 150. It was small, but it was great.
Okay, well, I should have come.
Power packed.
But I guess, I don't know why I didn't come. I would have come. But maybe things were, I don't know, like it was still kind of hard to travel then. I feel like-
Well, we were down here in Florida now.
Yeah,
We
you
moved-
didn't care.
We drove down. We moved down.
Right, but
So-
from Canada probably would have been hard
No,
for me.
that's
Like, you
Canada
still,
A.
yeah,
They weren't crossing the border in Canada.
yeah, okay, because I knew there was a reason why when I traveled. 'Cause I went to this one in March 2020, and then I was like, I'm going to stay in Florida. And then Justin Trudeau's like, no, the border's closing, you got to come back.
I know. You're not coming back in. That's the problem. You can leave, but you
Yeah.
can't come back.
And then,
It's kind of like Hotel California.
yes. Except it's Hotel Orlando or something.
Or Hotel Tampa, Amalie Arena.
Tampa, yeah, after
It
the
was an ice rink. It was the Amalie Arena is the Lightnings, the Tampa Bay
Tampa
Lightnings.
Lightnings, how the hockey player.
Hockey
huh?
tear. So you would have been in great company.
I would have
It's
been like,
cold.
hey.
We were all freezing. You would
Yeah,
have
and
been
I'd be
fine.
like, oh my gosh, it's so hot in here in this ice rink. It's ridiculous. Why do I live in Canada? I just posted on my story yesterday. I said, I walked outside here. I was like, it's actually warm out. I haven't been
Oh, we
outside.
were all freezing.
Yeah. And so I was like, who's going to move to Florida with me? And then, oh, there's Ed. Oh, Ed. Ed is my nemesis. He's
The
nice.
bald guy.
Yeah, the other bald guy. He invited me out to karaoke last night, and I was like, I shouldn't go. I should go to bed at 9. And then he's out, and he has a podcast about karaoke, and then he was there till like late, and we all
Have
left.
a beer and you can sing anything.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't have a beer, and then he never called my name to sing.
Oh.
And then it was like 1 a.m. I get back, I go to bed at 2.
Another regret.
Another regret. I woke up exhausted, and I slept till like 10:30, and
And then you missed the morning.
I missed the morning. Did I tell you that already?
No, but I figured it out.
I
I mean, it
missed-
was like
yes.
not rocket science.
I was telling everybody I missed the morning.
I didn't even have my head cut off for that one.
Yes, so you figured it out, and that's my regret. And I'm like, oh, I could have gone to all the talks. I could have had Tai Chi
They
at 8
didn't have
a.m.
coffee early in the morning, so they came in just in time for coffee. Then you were fine.
Oh, all right. But I didn't have any coffee because then I feel like coffee's just going
At
to
10
make
o'clock
me
in the
more
morning.
anxious. Like, it's like,
Nah.
no, screw
Okay.
it. All right. Anyways, all right, I'll have decaf. I don't know. I should have tea. All right, so we're almost at our 10-minute limit, and it's almost starting to rain. I mean, we could go on for hours. Maybe I'll have you on my podcast for like an actual like hour discussion
Oh,
sometime.
that would be fun.
That-
There are lots of stuff we could talk about.
Oh my God! See, I
See,
mean,
we're gonna get in trouble. This is not good. This is actually good.
yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Oh my God, Nancy May is my new friend. Where did?
Yay!
Yay! Look at
Yay,
it!
new
Oh my God,
friends.
use friends.
And we just met.
Exactly. So that's
friendly. Pretty easy to get to know.
that's true. Yeah, it actually literally is raining now. It's funny.
starting to rain.
There was a huge storm in Ottawa last week that like shut down the city. The power's out and everything. And at the end of my podcast, like I was interviewing for a girl for half an hour downtown, and it literally started raining, and we're like, what should we do here? And I took out my umbrella, and then it started pouring, and it's got like 13,000 views on TikTok because it
That's
was like
great.
the big storm, and we're about to be stormed
A
out here
little
as
bit,
well.
but the good thing about rain in Florida is that it rains.
This is basically
and
it.
it passes.
Yeah.
And then there's a rainbow.
Oh, a rainbow would
There's
be
always
nice.
a rainbow at the end of a storm in Florida.
Well, in Ottawa it passed after like 10 minutes as well, but we're still out of power like a week later. So
Oh, that sounds like Connecticut.
the opposite of a rainbow. It's very sad. But hopefully my Ottawa peeps are doing well, and I guess
Ottawa peeps.
I'll tag Nancy. But you're not on TikTok, so I can't even tag you. But I'll tag you on Instagram or something.
Tag me on Instagram. I'll
Yep.
pass it along, and I'll have to get on TikTok. You like
All right. Yes. And then she's gonna be because everybody
you
wants.
created the great gateway to TikTok for me.
Yeah, you'll be
Oh.
the depressing TikTok person with your.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. You're so much fun. You're a positive life coach type. All right, 10 minutes.
Bye-bye.
Bye everyone.